Alright, Mirai Nikki EP21 review. So, the one chick died, and the mayor guy died off too. The world is ending, and one must win. But we're down to, I think, 3 or 4. I think 3, but it might just be 4. That one kind of detective-y guy might still be one of them, the younger kid. I'm not sure. I don't remember. But I want to zone in on one particular within the episode. Generally how this usually goes with reviews, because there's just a certain core component that will excite me. So, to get into it, to the meat and potatoes here, the mayor guy was thinking, fully believed on the prior info, that Yuno is a fake. And there was something like her family had some sort of ties to the bank vault. He assumed she was fake. He knew, based upon the info, that she was fake. As the one younger detective guy said. And thus the mayor hid himself safely in the vault, which could only be opened by the retina scanning of his own eyes. I think it also said Yuno's mom, and then also Yuno herself. Only those 3 could gain entry. He sealed himself in. The plot seems to be saving a massive reveal about Yuno. They're teasing left and right about something big. But what could it be? Otherwise, it is kind of like a self-diffused. Otherwise, this episode self-diffused the idea that she isn't the real her, and actually is the real her after all. My gosh, the mind-boggler. I love a mind-boggler. So, otherwise I wouldn't be doing the reviews. I got that sucked into it that I have to do the reviews. But anyhow, going off note. So, interesting observation. Yuno had Yuuki remove himself from around her so that she could enter the vault and kill the mayor, to his utter terror and shock that she was granted access into the vault and was peering around the corner, ready to kill him. The question is, how did Yuno get in? There were only 3 possibilities. But the key element, they wanted you to draw your own conclusion. The key element was that we didn't see her use her own eyes, but we can only assume that she did. That's the key element here. She was also aware that she could take the mayor by surprise by doing this. She's not just a psychopath. She's a smart psychopath. But, once again, she also purposely drew Yuuki away for some reason. And all I have to say about that is why did she have to draw him away from the vault? There's 2 things going on here. Number 1, she was horrified. And this doesn't make any sense at all, which is where I'm stuck at what they might possibly have in store within the next 5 final episodes of what could be revealed. Number 1, a number of episodes back, I think 2 episodes back, the sheer horror on her face when the info was being presented, the evidence was being presented to Yuuki about herself, her real self being dead. Now, why was she so terrified of the truth? If that wasn't a real deal, she would have no fear whatsoever. So that makes you think the info is true, but in this episode, the evidence pointed to the exact opposite. And yet there's a key element we gotta zone in on. Oh, mouth sore. Oh, this is not fun with mouth sore. But yeah, on the other hand, she was able to gain access into the vault via the retina scanner. She had to be either the mayor, which she is not. She had to be Yuno's mom, which she's supposedly dead. Or she had to be Yuno, who was also supposedly dead. So this points, it's such a mind boggler. It points towards the opposite of 2 episodes ago. It points towards her actually being her. But the key element we have to zone in on with this episode, if it's true that she really is the real her, then, quite frankly, why would she have had to draw Yuuki away? Why does she have to hide that she's the real her? See, there's something there. It doesn't make sense at all. Why would she be horrified both ways of him finding out that she's not the real her and that something would point towards her being her? It doesn't make sense. The only thing I don't put any weight on at all is that she would somehow be the mom, but I think there's no way. Oh, this mouth sore. Oh man, I hate it when you bite your mouth and then it's sore. Oh man. Nonetheless, I just want to do this video and speculate, so I don't really have that much more to say. I'll just keep rambling on in my notes here. Just rock bottom. Why would she have to hide the perception from Yuuki that she is indeed Yuno? Why would she have to hide that? It doesn't make any sense until we find out something. Is she Yuno? Is she not? Who is she? I think I started to lose sleep over this show, and that's a very strong good sign, I guess. Jeez. That happened to me with Steins Gate and Erased. It just creeped me the heck out. Boy, oh boy. But I could speculate a while. I could speculate away for a while yet. Just a couple more bits. I don't know, or I don't get how she could match the retina scanner. There's a couple different elements to this. Either she had the compatible eyes with her externally, which I don't think it could be the case that she had the mom's eyes. Oh gosh, jeez. I hope that wasn't the case, but oh man, how would she have known? See, I don't think it's that. Plus, she tried to destroy all the evidence, so no, I don't think it's that. So it's either she had the eyes externally, which means, you know, he had his eyes. Yuno's eyes were probably destroyed if she's the fake one and the real one she tried to get rid of 100% for some reason. And they weren't probably the mom's eyes, so she would have to be the real her. I just don't get it. It don't add up. We're missing that key piece of the puzzle, and that's a wonderful thing. I love when an anime saves a golden plot nugget until like the end. A quick example, Angel Beats, but anyhow. So the other option is she herself had the compatible eyes within her internally, her own eyes. She used her own eyes, which would mean she would have had to either been the mayor, which she's not, the mom, which there's no way she's the mom, or the real Yuno, which 2 episodes ago she was horrified of the doubt of it, unless it was just the horror of possibly losing Yuuki, but it's not. She was just absolutely petrified. She couldn't believe that something was found, and that is just disturbingly dark. That she thought she fully took care of and rid all remnant evidence. That is just crazy dark and disturbing. And then just a complete, you know, not heavy speculative, but just a mere minor theory. Maybe the retina scanner thing worked somehow. It maybe could be the case that she was like a half child of both the mayor and the Yuno's mom, instead of her real father being the father. I don't know. At this point in the show, I really wouldn't mind like a 3-episode Yuno backstory or something like that. I think that would be quite fascinating. But my speculation pretty much, you know, comes up just about blank. Who do you think Yuno is? And what's her real secret if she's hiding something? Which everything seems to point that she is. And they keep teasing it. If they tease it and don't live up to it, then that's not a good move. I don't like to speculate for nothing. So, and with it down to 3, well, I'll save that bit. I'll just go to the next bit. It's also up in the air whether or not Yuki's dream can even be obtained. He may have fought for nothing this whole time, which could have devastating effects on him moving forward. He might have no reason to fight in this tournament. He might have no reason. That's what that one guy is inquiring about at the end of this episode. But anyhow, that would be really interesting. Oh boy. But I was totally wrong before with speculating that it was going to be that one guy that's inquiring with the bobblehead woman, but which is what I'll call her from now on. I might not remember to, but that's just what it is. And with it down to 3, excluding the one guy with the bobblehead woman, I can't remember if he is one of them or not. I'll just think he's not, but he's pretty bonkers himself to have had the bobblehead woman tied up and think he can defend her from Yuno, who's bonkers. I don't know what was up with that or what his plan was, but he must have had something to think he could take her on. Jeez. Even though it was temporarily, luckily. But yeah, it's down to like 3. So, and if that one guy isn't one of them, so I really think it's down to 3. I don't think he's the 4th. Or whatever. I don't want to say that terminology because I can't remember them by that terminology. But, you know, if there's still 4 and he's the 4th of the 4 remaining, in that sense, if he's not one of them, my guess will be that Yuno wins it. My second guess will be Yuuki wins it, and my third guess, last guess, will be the bobblehead woman wins it. If that one other guy is one of the one like the other 3, my guess is, oh man, I want to go with the unique route. So I'll guess that guy wins it. Yuuki, then Yuno, then the bobblehead woman, in that order. That's my guess of who would win it. But most importantly, more than what I could speculate, who do you think will win this survival game? I didn't sing that really well, did I? No. I should have just said it normally. Yes, instead of trying to sing it like the intro or outro does in whichever half of the show as well. But anyhow, that'll do it for this review. These reviews are fairly long, jeez. But if something crazy wacky happens in the next episode, or any of the ones after that, I'll probably do a review if it's something beefy enough. But yeah, this is long enough. So thank you very much. I am really enjoying Mirai Nikki, and I hope others are as well, and all that. But I will see you up ahead. Take a cool.